I'd love to talk a little bit more about kind of the genetic testing industry in general with your experience in that space. You mentioned you worked at 23andMe and then with Everlywell during the pandemic. I'm curious, broadly, what is your future vision for genetic testing? Are we just kind of seeing the tip of the iceberg of what value can be unlocked, especially with new at-home capabilities?
So what I think companies like Everlywell and 23andMe have done is demonstrated a few things that are really critical to the future of our healthcare. If we all assume that our healthcare systems are going to evolve over the next 10 years and look completely different. So what have they demonstrated? So firstly, I think they've demonstrated, one, that consumers and patients can effectively collect a sample at home and ship it back to a lab. Two, that they can accurately report phenotype data. That's a really important factor there. Three, they've shown that a segment of their population wants easy access and are willing to pay for health information. And finally, they've shown that they can really deliver some engaging consumer experiences that can create conversations with consumers around their health before they ever get sick and over time, right? So in essence, what they've built is a really novel way of delivering healthcare information and a really engaging consumer and patient experience. And quite frankly, having been a recipient of both of those products, I actually think that it's a much better experience than what we get from healthcare systems, from the experience perspective. So I think the future of this space really largely depends on who is willing to pay for this type of access, experience, and convenience. And for sure, as we just mentioned, there is a segment of consumers that are willing to pay for that. But if companies can generate data to show good health outcomes, improved health outcomes, then potentially there are some new stakeholders that would be willing to pay for solutions like this. So these are employers, payers, and potentially some health systems. An example in this area is the Renown Health System in Northern Nevada. And they launched the Healthy Nevada Project. And what they did was they gave everybody in their health system the opportunity to get a free genetic test. And they had 50,000 people sign up. And that's pretty amazing from a recruitment perspective and from an engagement perspective and from a data perspective too.